Hello and welcome to another phenomenal day and another episode of the Bible in 1 year with the preacher's husband. Today we are talking about number 3 and number 4. That's Numbers chapter 3 and Numbers chapter 4. Now, we start this out with the family records. We are talking about family records of Aaron's sons and the Levites in this chapter. Now, within the cultural framework of the ancient Near East, family records served several purposes. They actually served 4 main purposes to be specific. The first one was to provide a historical connection to a pivotal point in the past. In other words, to basically connect your family with historic events. Number 2 is to preserve family community and organization within the larger societal structure, just so you know where you came from and where you stand in the community. The third reason was to justify one's position within the societal structure by providing a historical precedent from within one's family line. And the last one, number 4, is to provide future generations with a source of pride. Both 3 and 4. Things that you can look back on and say, my great-grandfather used to do this and I'm really interested in it too. I could probably do that as well. So it can build confidence in people knowing your family lineage and where you came from and where you can go. Just knowing that there are people in your family that did all kinds of things. It can give you encouragement to do whatever it is that you're good at. So there was purpose there. Then we get into the Levitical census. Now, the census of the Levites, it was done a little differently. They were exempt from military service. So the census of the militia numbered 20 years of age and older, but the Levites, they were counted for the purpose of the firstborn redemption. So they were all counted from age 1 month. So the numbers we see are from age 1 month in this section of the Bible. And we're going to go on through that and basically move on to Numbers chapter 4. Now in Numbers chapter 4, what we get is the Levites and basically what the Levites' duties were. Now the Levites, some people call them priests, but they're not really priests. They're more like priests' attendants and helpers of the priests. They do priestly duties, but they're not really the priests themselves. It's kind of a misleading thing to say the Levite priests, but they were a priestly class of people, and they were the only ones allowed to touch the holy things, but they weren't really exactly priests. That's a little bit. So think about that for a little bit. There were 3 groups of them, actually. The Kohathites, however you pronounce that, the Gershonites, and the Merarites. The service of the Kohathites at the tent of meeting concerns all of the holy objects. Now, all the holy objects were the Ark of the Covenant, the bronze laver, the 7-tiered menorah, and the other implements of the tabernacle. That's what they were in charge of. They were in charge of everything that had to do with those. Cleaning them, filling them up, the bread on the table. They were in charge of everything that had to do with those holy objects and the elements that they were concerned with. That's their job. The Gershonites, they were to transport. They were there to transport the tabernacle curtains, the tent of meeting with its covering and the coverings made of fine leather on top of it, the screen for the entrance to the tent of meeting, the hanging of the courtyard, the screen for the entrance at the gate of the courtyard that surrounds the tabernacle and the altar, along with their ropes and all the equipment for their service. That was their job. Now, they were the duties of the Merarites as well. And their jobs were to carry the supports of the tabernacle with its crossbars, pillars, and bases, the posts of the surrounding court, yard with their bases, tent pegs, and ropes, including all the equipment and all the work related to them. And they were all assigned these duties by name. So each individual person had a duty by name. And then verse 47, it says here, everyone who was qualified to do the work of serving at the tent of meeting and transporting it, their registered men numbered 8,580. 8,580 Levite men who were qualified to work in the tabernacle and do the holy work with the priests. So, that brings us to the end of number 3 and number 4. Tomorrow we're going to do number 5 and number 6. I hope to see you again tomorrow for another exciting episode. If you like this, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and of course click the little jingle bell so you can get notified the next time I upload a video, which is going to be tomorrow. Numbers chapter 5 and chapter 6. I will see you then.